Hey everyone, this is McKenna Wood, and this is my film and literature final draft. So today I'm going to be talking about the film Spirited Away, and my main focus point is going to be on the character Haku and how his personality traits influence his evolving friendship with Chihiro. So Haku's inner conflict, his divided identity, and hidden compassion shape the way he relates to Chihiro. Through his relationship with Chihiro, Haku reveals the film's core themes, which are identity, core, and emotional liberation, which are going to be discussed throughout this video. So I chose Haku because he represents one of the most complex figures in the film, meaning he is very powerful in this world that she is in, but yet he is trapped along with Chihiro. They're both trapped. And he's very kind, yet emotionally guarded. And he is a guide to others, but yet unsure of himself. And I feel like he's almost unsure of himself because he doesn't really know who he is, so he doesn't really know how to go about it. But he wants to help others find themselves. He exists between two identities like Chihiro, which is the human spirit and the human memory, which also kind of goes with him being like a guide to others but not himself, and him being unsure of himself. So, at the beginning of the film, Haku appears very calm, authoritative, and emotionless on the surface. His personality is shaped by the fact that Yubaba stole his name, which disconnected him from his past and weakened his sense of self. Because of this, he's numb to his identity and he interacts with others, including Chihiro, in a restrained, distant way, which it's very hard for him to do because he doesn't really know who he is and he doesn't really know how to help figure out who he is because he doesn't really know who to rely on. So a core trait of Haku is duality. He serves Yubaba as her apprentice, but he also is secretly breaking the rules to help Chihiro find herself, all like shaping herself, like getting home, all of the above. And this conflict shapes Chihiro's and Haku's relationship. So Chihiro became the first character who brought out Haku's hidden emotional core. Chihiro's presence changed Haku because she recognized him not as a tool to Yubaba, but as a person. So underneath all of that apprentice work, she saw him for who he really was. And her trust made Haku confront traits he used to suppress. For example, empathy, protectiveness, and longing for a connection with someone. And his affection for Chihiro pushed him to rebel against Yubaba. Even though he was risking so much to help her, he still wanted to help her because they gained such an amazing relationship. And one of the most powerful scenes in this film was when Haku is attacked by the paper Shikigami after stealing Zenoba's seal. So instead of hiding his weakness, he collapsed into Chihiro's arms, which this was a very rare moment because when his guarded personality broke. And to me, this moment revealed Haku's vulnerability, which was his trust in Chihiro and the emotional depth forming between them. Chihiro's compassion becomes a catalyst for Haku's emotional awakening. The turning point of their relationship occurred when Chihiro remembers Haku's true identity, which was the spirit of the Kahaku River. Haku's greatest flaw, which was his lost sense of self, is healed not through magic, but through the relationship he made with Chihiro. So because of Chihiro's persistence and warmth, Haku remembers his name, regains emotional freedom, breaks Yubaba's spell, and then he reconnects with his true nature. So to me, this showed that Haku's relationship with Chihiro is not one-sided guidance anymore, but it is more of a mutual healing. So to me, the movie started out with Haku helping Chihiro find herself, go home, help her parents, and then it ended up with Chihiro also helping Haku find himself. And even though he couldn't go back home, he was still able to reconnect with nature. And I don't know, I just feel like that was a very big part of this movie, was like finding out who you are. And Haku's personal traits, which was his guarded nature, divided identity, quiet compassion, and inner conflict, directly shaped his relationship with Chihiro, which, as the film progressed, this relationship helps both the characters grow, like I just said. And Chihiro becomes more courageous, Haku becomes more whole. And their connection reveals that the writer of this film's message that relationships have the power to restore identity, heal emotional wounds, and help us discover who we truly are. And I really enjoyed this film because it showed a lot of hidden character development, and it showed a lot. So thank you for watching.